Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As you all well know by now, we are the only coffee company in the country that supports farm animal sanctuaries nationwide. And we do that by our week-long online fundraiser and with a specific fantastic sanctuary somewhere around this great nation. And today we are back with one of our favorites, Melissa from Blue Barn Farm and Sanctuary. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Claudia. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing just fine, thank you.
And who's in your lap, pray tell?
This is Wacky Macky. He's one of our house cats, and he wanted to join the fun today. So I
Hi,
told him.
Wacky Macky.
You want to say
Can't
hi?
see you. Yeah, say hi. Here we go. Well, hey. What a cutie. What a cutie.
He's going to curl up.
Melissa, okay. First of all, I want you to remind people where you are, how long you've been around, your mission, and then after that, we'll talk about what's new because we haven't talked to you for a little bit, but it is our fourth round.
I know. Okay. So we are Blue Barn Farm and Sanctuary. We are located in Creswell, Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest. We are coming up on our 6th year anniversary on December 29th. That's when our first residents came to live here at the Blue Barn. So it'll be 6 years at the end of this month. Our mission is we are a farm animal sanctuary, but our mission and vision is really to educate. So our mission is to teach kindness, compassion, and empathy by connecting children and all human beings with animals who are rescued from a life of abuse, neglect, and abandonment.
But now you know how much I love your focus on education.
Thank you. We do too.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest thing because, I mean, honestly, that's how you're going to change minds and lives.
Yeah,
right?
we agree. We agree. We're never going to be that huge sanctuary that saves all the animals, but what we're really hoping to do is to, reach people and kind of plant seeds so that there isn't as much of a need for farm animal sanctuaries in the future. So
that's right.
We're small, but we're hoping to grow mighty. So.
And you can't rescue out of the problem. You've got to educate and change hearts and minds. So, okay. So Melissa, tell us about I want to know a bunch of things. One, okay. I'm going to focus now still on the education because I love that. Now, how do you accomplish that mission? How do you do the outreach to the students, and do you have classes? Do you have camps? Like what's the mechanism here?
So it took us a long time to open to the public. So our focus previously had been doing outreach, so tabling at events, we were also opened during the pandemic. So we were doing video tours with classrooms. And we have one rabbit in particular who loves adventures, Theodore von Tatertot. So he has been to 2 different elementary schools at multiple times. And so we were doing more outreach, but this year was a really big step for us. We started it last year in a small way, but this year we started our Bunnies and Books program here at the sanctuary, and we've done it all summer long. And so kids could come. The active reading increases empathy in children. So, I've done research, there's proven studies. So we have children come here. We teach them about the rabbits, about their body language, about what they're trying to tell the children when they're interacting with them, which, is a way of teaching empathy. Then we have stories that we have our own selection of books that all have a kind message, and, have a really good takeaway lesson in them. So we pair up the kids with the rabbits and they read to the rabbits. So it's kind of a win-win, they're practicing their literary skills, but they're also building empathy at the same time. So
100%. Yeah.
We also partnered with our local library, the Creswell Library, this year, and we began a Reading Buddies Club there. So Tater and I go twice a month after school. and kids come and drop in, and kind of the same setup. They learn about him and they get to meet him, and then they grab a book and they read to him, or they go off and we have, oh, look, we have bunnies that we bring, and they can go off with their reading buddy and read to their own buddy. But usually kids stick close and read with me and Tater. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I have an odd question, but
Sure.
knowing, so how do you get a child? Because people don't really eat, I mean, people do eat rabbits, yes, for sure, but not like cows and, pigs and stuff. How do you get a child to understand that this rabbit, the fact of the rabbit being a fellow sentient being that feels the feels and, feels love, feels abandonment, feels the things. How do you get that to translate to food, to species that are more typically eaten?
Sure. That's a great question. And I think we're still learning, as we go. And
hey,
he's got to steal the show, So I think a couple of things happen. I think that, so we're hoping that once we teach children how to approach an animal with empathy, like in one species, that it potentially will reach and transfer to other species, right? There's that possibility. While they're here at the farm, they also see our pig residents and our rooster residents and, all the other animals. So it really opens up an opportunity for them to, even though they're not reading to those animals, if those animals are out and the kids want to engage and so do the animals, we introduce them as well. Also, and it all depends on, the child's age, where they're at, where their parents are at. And so there's lots of different conversations that can open up. We also have books.
And where the animals at.
Yeah, exactly.
And where the residents at, not everybody wants to engage with everybody.
Not everybody does. The pigs are usually really happy to engage with anyone who comes to visit, which is great. We have a pretty friendly crew all around. The ducks are the only ones who are like, keep your distance. So we have lots of opportunities that I think arise organically. And we also have books that kind of speak to that. And we have rabbits who have been rescued from auction. So if it's appropriate, age appropriate, and appropriate in the moment, we can share his story, and children will understand that he was supposed to be somebody's meal, but somebody decided that no, they couldn't let that happen. And so now he's here, and that can happen to any animal. So I feel like there's lots of opportunities, and I think I think that meeting between them and the rabbit kind of like opens all those doors to when they start looking at all the species.
And particularly when they're physically present at the sanctuary and can see the other species.
Yes.
And put two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we volunteers interacting with the residents and themselves interacting with the residents, depending on age appropriateness, et cetera, et cetera. That's wonderful. And I love, and I know you publish books, right?
We do. We have a coloring book that teaches the tenets of the program, and it features pictures of our residents or former residents in there. So they actually can like sometimes come and meet the resident that they colored in their coloring book when they learn about kindness or compassion. And oh my goodness, Mackie. We're just gonna switch moves. So we still have our coloring book. We're hoping to create another one this year that kind of talks a little bit more about the connections, not just between humans and animals, but also our planet, and kind of open those doors too, because we also teach that humane education is all about teaching that connection between human beings, animals, and the planet. So we want to try to start teaching a little bit more about that as well. And then the one thing that I didn't mention is we also started our Critters and Kindness tours this year. So that gives a very direct opportunity. It's open to all ages. We got a lot of kids this summer. It was really wonderful. And so that gives a really great opportunity to tell the residents stories and for them to make connections with not just the rabbits, but the pigs and the goats and the chickens and everybody here, and Tony, of course.
So the creatures, what was it?
Critters and Kindness tours.
So the Critters and Kindness tour takes place at Blue Barn.
Yes.
Okay. Have we gone into classrooms?
So this year we have gone into classrooms with Tater, and this year we actually created quite a bit of content. We partnered with an elementary school, so we partnered with the whole school. So we brought Tater to the school, and he met the kindergarten through second graders all in one day. It was quite the day. But I also created video content for the teachers to show all of the kids in the classrooms. And it was specific to what we wanted to teach and the age that we were reaching. And so, whereas in years past, maybe kids may have seen a story video, or they may have had like a virtual tour that was, those are sometimes kind of wonky. But this was created specifically with language and with the animals present, so they could really get the experience. And it was awesome because when I went to that school in person, I had kids and teachers stopping me in the hallway, and they're like, hey, we know you. And so it was really great. So we really hope to do a lot more of that. And we actually did that. We created content for kids who are all the way in Florida this year. They did a bake sale for the sanctuary. And so, yeah, it was fantastic. So we're really starting to expand. Our biggest accomplishment this year is that we've reached over 500 kids with our programming.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's a pretty big accomplishment for us. And next year we want to double that. We're going to start we're going to do like a soft opening of our kindness camp, which I'm starting to develop next month, and work out all the details. And we're just going to start it small, like we did with bunnies and books, so we can see how it goes and what we need to change. But we're going to do that this summer. And then we're also looking into the LEAP program, which is an alternative for 4-H. And I'm hoping if we can have enough volunteers and I can have enough time, we can get that going for next fall. So we've got big
exciting. Melissa, you're just on fire. All right. So I have this thought. It might be out there, but like going on a Melissa Road tour to schools where you've given the school, or the school has purchased a bunch of the coloring books, and you bring with you one of the residents that's in the book.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Right now, yeah, I think we need to make Tater the star of the next coloring book, because he's our one rabbit that one resident actually that it's practical to bring him to a school, but he also doesn't get stressed out by it. Like we're looking for that next animal who will be comfortable enough to go out in the community. We brought in a new rabbit this year, and she's really sweet. She's not too keen on the other rabbits, and she likes people. So I'm going to try working with her over the next couple of months to get her comfortable to travel and to go and meet, and explore. So great idea. And and we're really hoping that we can do more outreach, because you really do make a bigger impact and a better connection when they meet those animals face to face. I think they get a lot from the videos, that we've created so far, but I think really interacting with that animal makes all the difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just applaud everything you're doing, Melissa. You're doing a great job. Let's talk about the residents. Okay. How many do you have?
We currently have 36, and that's including a new foster rabbit who we really want to make a permanent resident. And I think we are getting really close to our year-end fundraising goals. And if we do that, then we said that we would take her on so that we could give her all of the vet care and the care that she needs. So Sweetie is hopefully joining our family officially in January.
And where did Sweetie come from?
Sweetie was rescued. I have a connection with a rescuer who's in Eugene. She's actually my rabbit mentor. She taught me everything I know when I first started rescuing rabbits and knew nothing. Sweetie was being given away with her sisters. She was on a farm and not really getting the best care. She was living in a hutch in a barn. She actually had an injury early on in her life where her foot got caught in a cage, and we think that she didn't receive medical care for the amputation. So I'm a little
No.
yeah, I don't know, like maybe I shouldn't have said that, but it was really horrible. So this rescuer took everybody in, but Sweetie wasn't thriving there. And she was just kind of, I don't know what to do. And we've had the experience where sometimes like, a rabbit doesn't do well with her, but we bring them over and all of a sudden they're thriving and vice versa. You just never know how they're going to respond. And so she's really taken to it here. She has started to thrive. Like her behavior is completely different. She's acting like a happy bunny. And all we need to do is just like, she seems like she's doing great, but she's never been spayed. And that can cause a lot of health complications.
Yes.
So we really want to be able to give her all the medical care that she needs. So we're hoping that once again, we meet our year-end goals and we can bring her to the vet for, and get a total like health check and get that spay done and then give her a wonderful like forever home. And we've got a bunny partner waiting for her. We think it's going to be perfect. So
Oh, great. That's fantastic. Okay. So tell me quick, because like I said, I told you this a million times, I could chat with you all day, but there's time limits. Tell me, so the species on the farm, on the farm and in the sanctuary are rabbits, pigs,
goats,
goats.
And then we have birds. They're all males, so we only have bachelor flocks. So we have roosters, ducks, and Tony the goose. And then we also have 2 barn cats. And I think that's everybody. The rabbits are like half of our residents almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then and the goats are new this year. I don't know if we've spoken since they came in.
I speak to many sanctuaries with many different species, so it's hard for me to remember exactly who is sanctuarying what species, or if there's a focus, unless it's called like pig rescue, then I figure it out. But anyway, so so are we at maximum? Do you feel like you are maxed out with respect to space for residents?
I think we have the space, but we really need to. It was a tough year financially for us. We had a lot of medical bills. We accrued $8,000, over $8,000 in medical bills just in like 6 weeks at the end of the summer. It hit us really hard, and so we're close to. And besides Sweetie, who we're like, we'll take her if we can really provide. So we're kind of waiting and seeing, and we just added a new board member who's really gung-ho on fundraising, and we're really optimistic that we can increase our revenue so that we can bring in more residents. I'd really like to expand our bird flocks because there's so many roosters who need homes, and we do have the space for another rooster flock. So I'd really like to do that in 2026, and we're going to see how it goes.
Okay.
So,
I love the 26 initiatives so far. We've got the camps.
The camp and the LEAP program, the new coloring book, and maybe and hopefully a new bunny resident, and then maybe a new rooster flock. So
there you go. That's a jam-packed 26 you're looking at, Melissa, which
that's
is
ambitious.
fantastic.
I think I need a nap just like thinking about it. That we just did it out loud.
Yeah. All right. So let's quick talk about, because now we're at 19 minutes. Let's quick talk about the fundraiser, because this is our 4th fundraiser for Blue Barn. And as your fan base knows, we got to remind everybody, we donate $2.50 for every single item sold on the website during the course of the week. That started Monday and Sunday at midnight. And it is Thursday. So we still have 3.5 more days to get the word out, to get people to buy. And it's every item, not every order. And if you don't drink, and the coffee's fantastic, but if you don't drink coffee, we have lots of fun swag on the website, lots of fun things. so we got it. So we have our work cut out for us, but we also want to highlight the fact that you have been a great affiliate. You've been one of our more robust affiliates where we have given, so those listening, we've given Melissa a shortened URL to send to all the fan base. And then every time you buy using that shortened URL, even after the fundraiser, we donate to Blue Barn, and we do it on a quarterly basis. And it's a way of giving like an annuity to the, for people who want to buy, subscriptions or just want to keep supporting Blue Barn and Fluffy Cow. So now the big question for you, Melissa, and I think I know what the answer is like, what kind of impact $300 to $500 would be on Blue Barn, and like what would you do with the money?
So basically, if we can raise that amount of money, that is going to bring us to our year-end goal, and that means Sweetie can come home to the Blue Barn. So
wow.
all of the money that people are using to buy the coffee, it's going straight to the residents, and it's going to their medical care. Like, that is what we're fundraising this year-end. Like, it's not going anywhere else. It's going straight to the residents, and it is going to make one adorable little three-legged rabbit just so happy, because I think she really wants to stay. I know everybody here really wants to keep her, and that's our goal, and we're getting so close. So this is a really great opportunity for people to help make that happen.
Oh, it's so exciting. I love that. I love that it's so specific and impactful at the same time, and we're close. Like, it's doable. A lot of times we do these fundraisers and people have these legit, obviously $1,000,000% legit needs, like a new barn, a new this, a new that, but you have a specific need to save Sweetie, which I love, and we can help save Sweetie and get her the care she needs and find her forever home.
Yes, we can, and we are so excited about it. It's happening. I just know it is. I think
we're doing great, Melissa.
Yeah,
it's totally happening. All right, now. We have our jobs cut out for us. You and I both need to get the word out to get people to buy, so that we can keep Sweetie.
We want Sweetie her forever home.
We want Sweetie to be happy and healthy and in a forever home that loves her.
I think I'm going to have to do a Fluffy Cow video with Sweetie. I can't believe I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. I'm first thing tomorrow morning that I'm in the barn.
Oh, it's fantastic. Happening. All right, Melissa. Well, fingers crossed. I hope I can write you the check to save Sweetie come Monday morning.
Thanks, Claudia. Thank you so much. It's really great to see you again.
You too. And you have a great weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.
Bye.